Good words are great company. Add as many of them as possible to your life. Hi there, and welcome to this podcast, which is about words. I want to thank you for your gracious presence here. I'm Anilanaya, back with a new episode for you. I believe in words. They have a force and power strong enough to change destinies. Words can give us courage to overcome the gusty winds. Words can give us the strength to swim the rising tides. Words can help us celebrate the power of human kindness. Words can help us fulfill our dream for a better world. Today I bring in a new thought from my book, Open Windows, to ponder upon. Sometimes our irrelevance outshines our relevance. Please hear this again. Sometimes our irrelevance outshines our relevance. Let me now discuss the perspectives and layers that could emerge from these words. Also, discover the potential of this thought in helping us all to make life better. We live in a world obsessed with relevance. To be known, to be seen, to be validated, to matter in every visible way. And so we chase visibility. We build and we expand. Our worth is measured by how many are watching. We link our peace to our performance. There is a fear of silence because it feels like erasure. But consider this possible and quiet truth. Relevance is not always the same as positive goodness value. There are moments when we become most radiant, not because we are seen, but because we are real. We remain positive, we remain authentic. And not because we are celebrated, but because we are centered in good positivity. And sometimes our irrelevance, our invisibility, our humble quietness shines with a deeper light than all our curated relevance ever could. In this context, what does irrelevance actually mean here? It doesn't mean being unworthy. It doesn't mean lacking purpose. It means not needing to be the center always. Not being the one in control, not attaching your meaning to your visibility. It's a sacred unhooking from the ego's constant need to be important and to be there at the center. And in that unhooking, a strange thing happens. We become more powerful, not by force, but by clarity and by absolute humility. Sometimes the unseen part of your story is the most alive part of you. The part not shared online, the late night effort with no audience, the inner work, the quiet forgiveness, the decision to show up even when no one noticed. These moments carry a purer kind of relevance, one that doesn't feed on applause but on simple, positive authenticity. And here is something even more sacred. Irrelevance is where the universe does some of its best work. Because when you're not trying to control the narrative, you make space for life to move through you. When you're not trying to dominate the moment, you finally hear your positive soul. Some of life's most divine turning points happen in moments that felt irrelevant to the world, but became milestones for your becoming. This is essential wisdom for youth. In an age where relevance is currency, you're constantly told to stay visible, but not everything valuable is visible. Not everything sacred is loud. Your quiet phase is not your failure. It may be your most formative chapter. You are not falling behind. You are being reshaped. You are not unseen. You are being refined in the silence. Don't confuse attention with alignment. And don't confuse popularity with peace. There is relevance that feeds ego, and there is irrelevance that feeds the sacred soul. Choose soul. When we bring in well-being, hear what most don't say out loud. The pressure to stay relevant is one of the deepest causes of burnout, anxiety, and disconnection. You wake up every day wondering if you still matter, if you're still ahead, if you have done enough to keep up. But when you let go even a little, you begin to breathe again. Irrelevance allows you to exhale, to return to your purposeful rhythm, to listen again deeply instead of performing. And that is wellness in its truest form. So if today you feel overlooked, if your relevance is fading, if the world seems to be passing you by, take heart. You may be standing in the exact space where truth begins. Because sometimes our humble irrelevance outshines our relevance, not by dimming us, but by purifying us. Not by ending our light, but by returning us to the source of it. We have to learn to shine with positivity and true purpose, which our soul can see. Our value does not expire when applause fades. Our life becomes the brightest, not only when the world calls our name, but when we hear our own with confidence in stillness. Do reflect on my string of words. Sometimes our irrelevance outshines our relevance. From open windows. Find more insights as you place this in everyday life and your interactions or observations. Hope you'll connect more dots from here to help you through the journey in life. Thank you for joining me here today. My sincere aspiration is to keep sharing these thoughts with you and hope that these words will find a way to open up new possibilities in your life. We'll be happy if you could share this podcast and the thoughts with others too. Do come back for the next episode. Until we meet again, bye-bye.